Hey, it's Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training. Welcome back to another video. And today we're talking hitting, and specifically, we're talking about a common question that I receive, and that is, how should I finish my baseball swing? A lot of players will email in saying, I see some hitters who finish one-handed. I'll see some that like to keep two hands on the bat. So one or two, what is it? How should I finish my swing? And then also, how can I do a better job at getting more extension? Extension seems to be a big buzzword these days, and so I wanted to talk about all of this in today's video and more. I really think these tips are going to help you take your hitting to that next level. So without further ado, get started. All right, so what's the right way to do it? Should you finish your swing with one hand and let one hand off, or should you try to, hold on to the bat with both hands when you finish your swing? And I want to demonstrate this for you because here's the reality, okay? At the end of the day, it's a personal preference and it really doesn't matter, but there are a few buts, which we're going to talk about in today's video, okay? But the first thing you have to understand, right? I got a ball on the tee here, right? If I were to hit this baseball, you have to understand that at the point of contact, okay, my arms still have flex in them here, okay? You don't get extension at the point of contact. Does that make some sense? No big league hitter at the point of contact has their arms completely extended like this, unless they get completely fooled on a pitch or something like that. But when you square up a baseball and hit it really hard, ideally, you still have flex in your arms here. They're not straight. And so extension, therefore, happens not at contact, but extension happens well after contact. And even if you take one hand off of the baseball bat, that should happen after you get really, really good extension. So if extension happens not at the point of contact, but after, and taking one hand off happens after extension, well, then it really doesn't matter because we're gonna hit the baseball right here. The ball's gonna be gone, right? And so whether or not I decide at this point in my swing here to keep two hands on the bat or end up taking one off, it really doesn't matter because it happens so far after the point of contact. Does that make sense? But here's the big kicker, right? A lot of hitters, it happens too early in their swing. And so I just talked about, how at the point of contact, you should still have that good flex in your arms. Well, you also want to be sure that you're doing a really good job at driving through the baseball and getting extension before you worry about letting a hand off, right? I see a lot of hitters who, I watch their swing, specifically younger hitters. A lot of the times I see them and they're taking their hand off like immediately after the point of contact. And so they're getting very poor extension. They're taking their bat off plane with the pitch right here. And a lot of times they're also finishing their swing down here, like mid back, or even worse, they're finishing their swing down low, right? And so you have to understand that, letting one hand off of the bat, it's kind of a personal preference. I think it's a little awkward to, hold on to the bat with two throughout the entirety of your swing. But it really doesn't matter because it happens so late. It happens after extension, but you have to get extension, right? So how do you get extension? Well, extension is really a byproduct of doing everything else correctly in your swing. So if you get into a good launch position, right? You get into a good launch position and you keep your hands inside the ball, you stay connected, right? You keep everything in here, you stay connected in here, you hit the inside part of the baseball, you're gonna automatically set yourself up into a better position to get that good extension. So extension is a byproduct for the most part, but some things you can think about. The first one is drive through the ball, all right? Drive through the baseball. Don't stop at the point of contact. Don't stop here, right? Drive through the ball. Continue to gain ground with your top hand. So for a right-handed hitter with your right hand, continue to gain ground with that top hand towards the pitcher. And remember, not at the point of contact. That's not when our arms are straightened out. Our arms straighten out well after the point of contact here. And another great way to ensure that you're keeping your bat on plane with the pitch for as long as possible and you're doing a really good job at driving through the ball. I heard Matt Holliday talking about this one time, and I think it's such a great analogy. So you're in the batter's box here, right? And what you should imagine is railroad tracks going from the pitcher's mound all the way to the plate, right? And your job as a hitter is to get your bat on plane with those railroad tracks as soon as possible. And then as you progress through your swing, right, my swing's on the railroad tracks right here, right? At the point of contact, we obviously want our swing to be on those railroad tracks, but we want to keep our bat on those railroad tracks for as long as possible. So I think like in BP and in your tee work, just having that as a visual in your mind, that'll really, really help you out. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on in terms of finishing your swing. So we talked about, you know, it doesn't really matter whether you take one hand off or if you like to have both hands, you know, on the baseball bat when you finish, because it happens well after the point of contact and well after extension, right? So the ball's already gone and you can feel free to do whatever's comfortable for you, but you want to make sure that you're getting extension, not cutting yourself off. Here's the last thing with finishing your swing the right way. You always want to finish your swing high, okay? And this, it doesn't matter where the pitch is. Okay, let's take this pitch here, pretty much a belt high fastball here, right? Even on this pitch right here, I want to finish my swing high up here like this, right? I want my hands to finish up here. I don't want them to finish mid-back like this, and I definitely don't want them finishing down low. And I see that a lot with younger hitters. They finish their swing low. And if you do see yourself finishing that swing low, it's a great indicator that what you're trying to do is you're trying to get on top of the baseball. You're trying to chop down on the baseball, right? Because if we take a steep angle down like this, how's our bat gonna come up here and finish, right? No, it's gonna keep going in this direction. We're gonna finish down here low. So understand, no matter where the pitch is, you always wanna finish your swing high. Right? It's interesting. On a high pitch, if I were to bring this tee up as high as it possibly could go, borderline strike, on a high pitch, right, I still would finish my swing high. And let's put this as low as it can possibly go. A low pitch here, the lower the pitch, the higher your finish is gonna be. Okay, so watch this. This low pitch here, obviously when I attack this baseball, it would be more like this here. So I'm gonna have a little bit of a steeper angle, but I'm still always gonna finish my swing high. So that's it. I hope these tips helped you. And if you're looking to take your hitting to that next level, then go ahead and click on the link, the very first link in the comments section, or just go to improvemyhitting.com, improvemyhitting.com, and watch our free on-demand hitting training. It's gonna help you take your hitting, your bat speed to that next level so that you can crush more doubles, more home runs, have more confidence, and have more fun on the field. It's 100% free, so go grab that right now. I'll talk to you soon.